Socialists in Alaska in it. So, I'm reading My Austrian Buick by Matthew Lipman. It's from his collection, New Year of Yellow. It's been a long time since the socialists have invaded my life. It's been a long time since I had a conversation about sharing the wealth and waiting in line. But then yesterday, I was in the bookstore on 9th Street when a woman with an Austrian accent told me I should read more Max Jacob. She was an odd-looking creature, shaped like a Buick, and then we talked about living alone and maybe a little trip to Alaska. I said, "What does this have to do with the socialists?" She replied, "Trotsky made a mean cowboy if he knew how to ride him right." "Really?" I said. And wanted my whole life to be wrapped up in her life because her hair was black and she looked like a Buick. It had come to be that simple for me yesterday, after an existentialist haze that left me pondering my boys, how I might raise them when I had them, how they might turn out to be modern dancers or drag queens or bulldozer operators on site. I thought it would be cool to have a kid who ran a bulldozer and whose mother was a socialist. That's what I thought when I stood in the poetry section with my Austrian Buick and told her my mother fought in the revolution. "Oh yeah?" she accented. "Which one?" "The one with all the women in it," I replied, "and the one at the country house, on the veranda, overlooking the lake. You know, that one with all the martinis." "I was in that one too," she said, "when my mind was made up and I had somewhere to go. It was when I was a socialist and everything was wrong." And now you're a Buick, I thought, an Austrian Buick with beautiful black hair. You roll on and are widespread and raise marks from the dead with the lift of your tongue. You do all these things, I thought, as I scanned the shelves for Max Jacob's dice cup because I needed to get somewhere quick. And that's when she grabbed my hand and ran me down the street to an ice cream shop for a frappe before we ran back to her house and made love in a chair and whispered the name Trotsky after